What's up, y'all? It's BoxingMindTv with another one. Let's get straight to it. This is right. This video is about friends and boxing that become enemies. The first two pairs that I thought about was Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. These guys was good friends. They grew up together in the amateurs. You see pictures of them when they was younger. Taking pictures together as they accomplish, um, winning tournaments together in their weight classes and stuff. And it was cool. They sparred together. They chilled together. I think even slept at probably each other's houses or something. You know what I'm saying? Riding in the same cars together. Talking about the pro life, getting to the pros and making it. And now they've made it. The two was always supporting each other when they fought. If you ask Devin Haney who you think gonna win in the Shakur fight that he's fighting, you think Shakur gonna win. You ask Shakur Stevenson who you think gonna win this fight, I think Devin gonna box his head off. They always support each other. They knew each other was gonna fight each other eventually. They knew it was gonna happen, but they had a lot of respect for each other. And for some way, somehow, that respect turns into disrespect, and it's like, to me, I'm just like, how did it get that bad? You know what I'm saying? Once these two guys became in the same weight class together, it just turned over. This forward over the friendship was forever ruined. They disrespecting each other. Disrespecting Shakur, disrespecting his father, saying fuck his father. Devin Haney is like, fuck your mother. You know what I'm saying? And they going back and forth like, wait till I see you on the street. All the street talk and doing something to each other over the fact that they not fighting each other right now. There's rumors that Shakur Stevenson, that I guess his team or top rank, told him to start talking trash to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Publicity stunt. That's what Bill Haney is calling it. Then Devin Haney, sent him a contract. A contract that would give him 25% of the purse. He declined it. He didn't want it. All the stuff that kept going, had them going back and forth, the fans going back and forth, and they could never, they could never get along. Going Twitter beefing, getting at each other, dissing each other. And now the friendship is over with, you know what I'm saying? And they were friends, and I thought they was good friends that supported each other, you know what I'm saying? Knew eventually they had to fight each other probably if they was in the same weight class, but when they got in the same weight class, the disrespect was just overboard, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect that, from two friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, we be friends, but and we about to fight, maybe we can't talk for a minute, we just gonna have to fight. Once we fight, everything is squashed away. But even if you talk trash a little bit, it's just a certain level, man. You don't talk about nobody's, father and mother, especially when y'all grew up together. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Like, I grew up together. I just pick you up from training. Or whatever, you drive over here, miles, hours away to go to this little tournament together. We was like, you kind of like family, and all of a sudden now y'all turned against each other. It's just crazy. So it's just like, boxing is a crazy game. Like, you really can't have no friends in boxing. I mean, other sports they say you can't have no friends either, but it's different in boxing because you causing harm to each other. So boxing is just another level with it when it comes to having friends in boxing. Once you hit the pros, you can't be friends. I guess the whole time on your way up to going to pros, you taking little bits of like, you taking little bits when y'all sparring or whatever the case is, seeing little weaknesses of some people that you think that's going to make it to the pros that you may face in the future. You see little holes in their games, and maybe you could use that in the pros. I guess everybody's collecting data on each other, so as always, you can't never be too comfortable to trust anybody in this boxing game, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody's always gonna want to get your spot. And once Devin Haney was in that spot where he's undisputed, he's getting the attention. Now that's when the hate start coming. I feel like that's when the disses start coming, because now I want your spot. Like, we all in the pros, everybody trying to get, what's on your plate. You know what I'm saying? If you get more on your plate than me, I want to get it. It's a, dog eat dog world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's lions, everybody's alphas, and they trying to be the top alpha. And to be the top alpha, you have to go through the person that's considered the biggest right now. And at that time, Devin Haney was the top dog in the 135 division, compared to Shakur. And he wanted, he didn't, he wasn't waiting around. He wanted it all. Probably got tired of people asking him, questions and stuff about the fight. And they're in the same weight class. So to make it, I feel like to make it bigger or press the action on the fight, he had to talk his trash about it. Saying, he think all these guys are bitches for real, because nobody want to fight him, and so on and so forth. So basically going on the route of disrespect and creating like a viral moment to try to build the fight, try to build a fight or force the fight or make the fight even bigger. But I feel like that kind of ruined their relationship forever. Even if they do fight in the future. And it might not, because Devin Haney is continuing to get bigger, and he's getting better too. But I like Shakur Stevenson as far as boxing wise. Now, with that said, that's the first pair. The second pair now that caught me off guard, also really caught me off guard, was the Claressa Shields and Alycia Baumgardner call out, and I'm just like Alycia want to fight Claressa Shields. Like, where this come from? You know what I'm saying? I guess Alycia Baumgardner was asked about, people that she want to fight. She's like, I want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? I want all the smoke with anybody. You know what I'm saying? We could fight anybody. I could fight a catchweight with Claressa Shields and shit. Like, we cool, but hey, shit, I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to get the best fights, the fights that got the most money and everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I respect her for that, though. She didn't come off to me disrespectful at all, but Claressa took it as disrespect and took it as a, like, you supposed to be my homegirl and you gonna call me out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna call me out, and we been hanging out. I supported you on your reign to on your process to, like, basically to become undisputed, and I supported you and cheer for you on when you became undisputed, and now you want to come and go against me and want to fight me for what? I get it, because Claressa is the bigger girl, but I think Alycia just talking shit a little bit, not talking shit so much, but just being competitive as far as, like, I want to fight the best. I'm like, we getting older. I want the big fights. I want her. I want Katie Taylor. I want, Amanda Serrano. She just want the big fights. I mean, Claressa could just say, like, she want the big fights, but I think Claressa should have took it real personal, because she probably a little bit emotional about it, like, really, fuck with Alycia, and they're real tight friends. I guess they're real cool and feel like they had that relationship, but to, like, probably never fight each other, never call out each other, but I feel like the weight difference is too high, because I think Alycia is like at 135, 140 or something like that. It's not and Claressa Shields fought at 168. That'd be a lot to drain Claressa Shields, and I don't think that she should do it. It's interesting to hear them talk about it, but it's not a fight that I'm really clamoring to see. But they do make it fight. It do make it. But I mean, it wasn't necessary for real. I think Alycia just throwing it out there, just talking a little bit. But I don't think they wanna. I don't think it's gonna happen. But I still didn't expect it to explode the way they did, where they was going back and forth to each other, like, I ain't scared of you, and I've been wanting to fight you and stuff like that. It's like, it just went crazy, like, now another relationship over with, but relationship over with because they wanted to call out, wanted to make big fights in the business of boxing, which is what you're supposed to do. You in boxing for a good time, not a long time, right? So you're trying to make the biggest amount of money that you can, and that's what they were trying to do. That's what Alycia was aiming at, basically saying all those names. But I think Alycia knew that some of the fights was not going to happen. Like Claressa Shields probably wasn't going to happen, and that's probably where Claressa Shields coming from. Like, why would you call me out, knowing that fight ain't ever going to happen? Because I'm too big for you. I'm way too big for you. So why would you call me out? I'm way in weight class. Like, I'm way in a higher weight class than you. So that's probably where Claressa Shields came out. Like, you calling my name probably for quote unquote clout. But whatever the case is, but this all brings it to my point that boxing, when you come in the boxing world as a pro, I think the next generation of boxers really have to come into it like, we not friends. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is friends. Everybody gotta fight each other. Eventually we're gonna have to fight each other. So don't get too close to anybody. Do your thing in training with your trainer. Learn, practice, work on your craft. But look at everybody like, hey, we all gonna have to fight. We might be cool, but we're gonna be cool enough to fight if we have to. If we're in the same weight class, we're gonna see each other. And we're gonna have to separate our feelings from there. But don't ever just exit out like, I ain't never gonna fight this dude. Just like how Shawn Porter and Terrence Crawford said they was never gonna fight each other at one point, but they ended up fighting each other. But good thing their relationship never severed from that. And then you have who else? I feel like possibly in the future, you never know if Shakur, Stevenson, and I'm missing his name. Keyshawn Davis. If Keyshawn Davis blows up, or if Shakur blows up in the 135 division, he's the top dog, or he want to stay, and then Keyshawn Davis doesn't have a belt, so he's going to want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, because he can't wait around just seeing him shine the whole time, and he's waiting in the rings. He needs at least one of the belts. He needs something to add to his legacy. And if Shakur Stevenson is like, when you're a boxer, you have that pride, that ego. I ain't letting these go. I'm gonna defend these as much as I can. If you want it, come get it. Who knows? Egos clash, and they might never fight each other, even though they say no, they never would fight each other. But I'm saying boxing things can change like that, and I feel like the next generation needs to get that out their system. Is like, I'll fight anybody. Who would have known? Also, think about it. Now I'm thinking back now, before the Spence Crawford fight, who would know if Spence would have won against Crawford? Who knows? He probably would have tried to fight Jermell Charlo. Even I know they had the same trainer and stuff, but if Jermell Charlo wasn't with the same trainer, they are good friends. They say we'll never fight each other. Jermell said he will never fight him. It has to be a good business move or whatnot. But he was still open to it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like none of these fighters is you can't cross out any of these fighters that you're gonna face. You should be open to fight any fighter if they're in your way on accomplishing your goals. You know what I'm saying? So I think in the future, fighters need to just not think about who they won't fight, get too close, and say they sparring them a lot, they shared a lot of stuff with them. Don't get too close to none of these boxers, man. Especially if y'all in close weight, 10 pounds difference, you never know how someone's career is gonna go. So y'all should just go ahead and if y'all gonna be friends, but know that border, like, hey, we might have to fight, and I'm not declining that fight. We're gonna have to fight. You know what I'm saying? So people have to really put that into perspective when they're creating this relationship with fellow boxers, their peers and stuff that's coming up in the rankings or trying to make it in boxing. So, but let me know what y'all think about these friends, boxer friends becoming enemies now in the boxing world. And let me know what y'all think about it. It's BoxingMindTv. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.